Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Cowboys trading superstar has a lot of smoke, says ex-Dallas scout. The Dallas Cowboys have very pressing concerns in attempting to retain Dak Prescott, Micah Parsons, and CeeDee Lamb. Prescott and Lamb are both heading into the final season of their deals, but Parsons is also moving towards a lucrative new contract. Former Cowboys scout Brian Broaddus believes the front office may explore a blockbuster trade for Parsons if Prescott does not take less money. The longtime NFL scout explained that Dallas would not only save money but net significant draft capital by moving the star defender. Prescott could offer them a solution to try and get things done by taking less money, Broaddus explained during a July 19, 2024, episode of Love of the Star podcast. If they don't do that, I see Micah Parsons being potentially traded from this organization. I believe where there's smoke, there's fire, and I think there's a lot of smoke about Micah Parsons right now. Even though his contract is the furthest away from having to deal with it. There's tags and things like that you can use. My gut feeling is he might fetch the most draft capital of the three players, via trade, if that makes sense. Parsons is heading into the final season of a 4-year, $17 million rookie contract. The Cowboys have already picked up Parsons' 5th-year option for 2025. This keeps Parsons under contract for at least another 2 seasons, and Dallas has the franchise tag to potentially use on the star in 2027. The challenge is Parsons is going to eventually need to get paid. Bleacher Report's Maurice Moton projected that Parsons will earn a 5-year, $200 million contract, with $130 million in guaranteed money, on his next deal. If he wins 2024 Defensive Player of the Year, the Dallas Cowboys will likely have to sign off on a record-setting deal to satisfy his contract demands, Moton wrote in a July 16 article titled, Projecting Contracts for NFL Players Who Could Reset Major Position Markets in 2025. On top of that, Parsons has the versatility to impact the game in different ways as an edge rusher and off-ball linebacker. Parsons isn't worried about a contract extension because he knows that his big payday will come soon. Prescott and Lamb are also projected to land sizable deals, with these bills coming due sooner than Parsons. The Dallas quarterback is projected to land a 4-year, $212.2 million deal, per Spotrac. This is a significant raise from his current 4-year, $160 million contract, if it comes to fruition. Spotrac projects Lamb could ink a 4-year, $136.1 million contract. This is a sizable jump from his 4-year, $14 million rookie deal and even his $17.9 million salary for his 5th-year option in 2024. Cowboys Executive Vice President Stephen Jones admitted that it will be challenging to retain all of the team's stars. We're trying to a little bit play Houdini in how to keep all these guys around Dak, Jones explained in an interview on the Athletic Scoop City podcast during a July 19 episode. And keep these players we were fortunate enough to draft. And when you start stacking them up like that, it's a challenge. It's not that it's not doable, but you certainly gotta have some give and take if you want to do that. Despite finishing with a 12-5 record in each of the last 3 seasons, Dallas Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy finds himself on the hot seat. Now, from my vantage point, there are 3 ways to look at this. Mike McCarthy is on the hot seat because despite the fact that Dallas has won more regular season games over the last 3 years than any other team in the NFL except for the Kansas City Chiefs, the Cowboys are a disappointing 1-3 in the postseason in that time. Mike McCarthy is on the hot seat because Jerry Jones is the owner and general manager of the Dallas Cowboys, and Jerry operates a little differently than other team owners do. Mike McCarthy is on the hot seat because Bill Belichick is waiting for the Dallas Cowboys job to open up. Why is Baltimore Ravens star Lamar Jackson challenging ex-Dallas Cowboys QBs in court? Baltimore Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson has filed a U.S. Patent and Trademark Office complaint against NFL Hall of Famer and Dallas Cowboys legend Troy Aikman. The complaint stems from Aikman's trademarks around their number 8 uniform number. Both Jackson and Aikman wore the number in their careers and have applied for trademarks that make use of the number. Aikman was listed as the director of FL101, a company that has made multiple patent requests that would use the number 8 on various apparel. Jackson's attorney claimed Aikman's use of the number 8 could cause fans confusion in their appeal. Jackson has expended considerable time, effort, and expense in promoting, advertising, and popularizing the number 8 in connection with his personality and fame, and is well known by this number due to his notoriety and fame, along with his promotion of this number in his trademarks and in media coverage. Jackson's team also said their trademarks for the number 8 were filed before Aikman's, and that FL101's apparel bears too similar a resemblance. NFL rumors: Cowboys prioritizing new CeeDee Lamb contract over Dak Prescott. The Dallas Cowboys have a pair of big contract negotiations they have to deal with in the near future. Two of their top players in quarterback Dak Prescott and wide receiver CeeDee Lamb are in need of new deals, and it's safe to say they both are set for a substantial pay raise. As of right now, though, it doesn't seem like the team is close to getting either of these guys to put pen to paper. Prescott's deal has drawn a lot of attention given his standing as a quarterback, but it doesn't sound like he's the top priority for the Cowboys front office right now. That would be Lamb, with the reason being that he could end up skipping training camp, which is precisely what the team doesn't want to have happen. According to a person with knowledge of the front office's thinking, the Cowboys are putting Lamb's contract extension talks ahead of quarterback Dak Prescott's. Prescott is expected to be on the field next Thursday for the first training camp practice of the summer. When Lamb arrives in Southern California for work is unknown. A person with knowledge of Lamb's thinking said a final decision hasn't been made on whether he will continue his holdout when training camp starts. Calvin Watkins, the Dallas Morning News: the prospect of Lamb holding out has given him a bit of leverage in his contract negotiations that Prescott doesn't have currently. After seeing a handful of other wide receivers get paid this offseason, Lamb rightfully wants a new deal, and based on his production in 2023, 135 rec, 1749 YDS, 12 TD, he should end up being one of the highest paid receivers in the game. Prescott's deal has been in the works for a long time, and while Lamb's holdout situation makes him a priority, that doesn't mean the Cowboys are completely ignoring him. Prescott is one of the best passers in the game, and he's likely going to earn one of the biggest contracts in NFL history when he eventually signs his next deal. Ideally, both of these guys will get extended before the start of the upcoming campaign, but right now, it seems like Dallas is going to focus on finding some common ground with Lamb. Whether they can get an extension done before training camp remains to be seen, and the situation is well worth watching over the next few days. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Dak Prescott? Leave your opinion in the comments.